Microsoft Teams is the ultimate messaging app for your organization. It's actually a workspace for real-time collaboration and communication, for meetings, for files, for app sharing, and even the occasional emojis that you see all in one place, right? This is a description of Microsoft Teams from the Microsoft support documentation. For the past 2 to 3 years, I have specialized in Microsoft Teams. I have done quite a lot of things regarding Microsoft Teams, and of all the different applications that you have Microsoft integrate into M365 that you can explore and see a whole lot of them here, I am most comfortable with Microsoft Teams because fortunately, my first support experience was with Microsoft Teams, and I was there for over 2 years supporting only Microsoft Teams. When there was migration of Sky for Business Online to Microsoft Teams in 2021, August 30th, that was the provision actually in August 30th. I was one of those support engineers that was always there to help and guide users on how to migrate from Sky for Business Online to Microsoft Teams. That time there were lots of interoperability that we are looking at. So talking about coexistence mode, yeah, that's the right word. So I've actually had experience Microsoft Teams here and there, different things about voice, different things about managing users, managing teams, and a whole lot of it, right? So if you are new to this channel, my name is Joseph. I am a Microsoft certified trainer, and today I'm just going to be guiding you through some very key points when it comes to Microsoft Teams. A lot of us are just used to Microsoft Teams, coming to Teams and then going to, Teams in Team and then going to Calendar to do a whole lot of things that you want to do, right? Beyond this interface that you see, there is an admin center back end telling you if I want to allow notifications to be on Teams for users, or if I want to remove it, or if I want to allow chats, if I want to allow Teams, if I want to allow calendar, calling, one-on-one call. There are controls to all of these, right? You can see that, for example, I have the option to toggle to new Teams experience. All of these have controls from the inside the admin center, right? So today I would take you to the back end where stuffs are done to control what can be possible while using the Teams application to have interaction with users. So I have mentioned earlier that Teams is actually the collaboration hub. That's yeah, when it comes to M365, it's actually the collaboration hub. Of course, you know that if you go to office.com, this is what you are going to see. And if you have this, if you are an administrator, and you are either a global admin or a Teams administrator, when you click on this, of course, you are going to have the admin center open for you. And if you are an admin at all, right, you should see that gear icon and you are here. So when you get to this point, what determines what you can have access to here is the role that was given to you, right? So if the role covers Microsoft Teams, then you're going to see Microsoft Teams and you can click on it and you can get here. So either global admin or Teams administrator should be able to get to where we are trying to open now. So here is actually what controls what you see in Teams. So you can do a lot of things here to control what happens in your organization as they use Microsoft Teams, excuse me, to have interactions. So if you want to just jump into the admin center, the Teams admin center, straight up, it is admin.teams.microsoft.com. This is just it, and you are still going to land at the same place where we just left off, right? Okay, so when you get here, you're not going to see anything other than just what we see now. Now, for you to carry out actions or to carry out settings to understand how these things are working, there are some key and very important stuffs that you need to be aware of as an administrator of an organization. So these three lines here, if you click on it, it is the left navigation button, right? It's going to open all of this for you where you have dashboard, where you have all of this. You can scroll down to even take some training videos down here, right? Admin training, admin training for teams. Then you can click on show all on that dashboard just so you can see the different trainings, videos that you can watch to see what you can do. You look at them here, right? So you have quite a few things that you can actually look at. So look at them here. So there are a lot of things on the dashboard, but yep, you can just check them out. Very fine. Collaboration activities, you can also look at it. Channel usage, this is just telling you like an overview report, right? About what has been happening for the past 7, 30 or 60 days, as the case may be, channel activities, and all of that. So this is not a very major thing when it comes to Teams administration. But the work actually starts from Teams, right? There are a lot of things inside of these Teams in the Teams admin center. And you have manage team, you have team setting, you have Teams policy, you have Teams template, you have template policy, then you have Teams update policy, you have Teams upgrade settings. These are they are very, sometimes they can be very confusing. For example, let's say Teams templates and template policy. Of course, it's a bit confusing, right? Then you talk about Teams update policy and Teams upgrade policy. To be honest, even with my level of experience, sometimes you are looking for something and you're kind of thinking if it's going to be in Teams upgrade setting or if it's going to be in Teams update policy. So sometimes it's confusing to now know if what you're looking for is going to be in Teams template or it's going to be in template policies. So all of these things actually it's fine for you to be confused the first time, but as you keep using um the interface to try out stuffs on your own, you're going to get used to them, right? But I'm just going to dive into manage team, which is the very first one, right? Of course, you know that if I go to teams.microsoft.com and I open that platform, I will be able to create team from here, and end user who has the privilege to create team also will be able to create team from here, to add users to it and do all of those things, right? But when it comes to creating team from the admin center, the Teams admin center, there is something. I'm not sure why the option to create team is not showing up for me now. Maybe it's just some issues that I may not want to look into right now. But let's just focus on what we are trying to look at. Most people are used to the user admin. I mean, I'm not saying user admin center, to the user interface, right? Where, yeah, the end user interface. But we just want us to look at something here in the admin center, right? So we're talking about, yeah, is where we are, the teams, and I'm talking about manage team. So right here you have the option to look at the teams that are available in your organization. For example, you have sales manager team and all of those public, and yeah, you can see all of this. So you can either decide to, even if you are not a member of a team, of course, before you can see team show up for you this way, you have to be a member of the team, right? You have to be a member of a team. But you are an administrator, Teams administrator, you don't need to be a member of a team before you can add people to the team. Of course, you know that if you want to add people to a team, I'm just curious about what this is. Something has just changed, right? I was looking for it down below here and I didn't see it, right? I was just curious enough to to check the addition. So, Microsoft can be very dynamic, right? So the option to create or join team, hey, is now up here. is no longer down below. I think I should talk about this in another video, basically. But to create a team, of course, you see create team and then join team, right? Now, the option to add people to a team usually is to come here, let's say here, right? And then you click on add member, and then you're going to have the option to bring up somebody, right? To add to this team, and then you bring up the person, and then you just click on add, and the person gets added immediately, right? By just clicking on add, and then the user becomes a part of this team. So a user with this name, yeah, I don't know who may not be there. Maybe let me just see. Yeah, this person may not be there. Let me add. So this person is added now, right? One member already exists with this. Okay, so that means it's actually what I'm trying to bring out from here is that you can add user from here. I'm not sure. Let me also try to manage. You can click on manage and then you add member, so that I can just see who and who is here to add member to this team. Okay, let me just close this and let me see who and who is here. I have 16 people here on this team. Don't ask me again. And then let me see. Of course, I see that Joseph is not here, right? So I want to add Joseph to this team. I'm just going to click on this and I'm going to put on Joseph. Joseph, yeah. And then I click on add. And then I have option to make him either an owner or a member, right? Let me just leave him as a member, right? Okay, and I close. And this guy becomes a part of this team because he has been added, right? I'm expecting him to be available on this team right down below here as a member of the team, just with a little time of refresh and all of those. So this is, yeah, I've seen him already. This is the guy here added already, right? So you can also change this from here. Because I am a member of this team, I can add this user, right? I have this option to add this user, and that depends on my role here because this is mod admin and this is mod admin as an owner of the site or the team, and I can add someone from here. Let's leave that. I'm trying to look at it from the administrative point of view. You can do the same thing here by coming in here. Ensure you can do more things here by coming in here to look at what is available. Like let's say we come here now and we check the team. We can decide to add members from here to the team. You look at it. This the display name of the members, just one member. I think it's only one member that is here, right? So now what happens is that this user that is here is the only owner of this team. I just want to mess around with something. If I come to making this guy a member to demote him from an owner to a member, look at the message here. It will tell me that a team must have at least one owner. Assign an owner, assign a new owner before changing this console. So before changing this person's role, sorry. So how do you add people? So what you do is you have two options, add owners and add members. So you can decide to click on here and add, maybe I just want to put this user here as a member, and I'll click on apply, and then this user is now added as a member here. Now for me to demote this guy Alex to become um a member, I'll have to promote this guy to an owner, and I don't need to be in that team for me to do that, to make this guy a member. So this this I just did is actually a very major request from organization. Just maybe the last owner of the team was deleted, and from the admin center there's only one owner, and that owner account has been deleted. So the only way to get an owner to an existing team is to come to the team's admin center here and promote another user, existing user of the team to an owner. So I know of teams that do not have owners because the last owners were deleted from that account. So I'm just trying to look at this. Now you can add member, you can remove member, right? If you want to remove Alex, who was the only member of this team, of course, you can come here and then you click on remove and then you can remove him and it will, the user will go, right? Let's say we want to just remove, if you want to remove this user, then we can just click on remove and let's see what happened. Important, this person is the only owner of this team. They can't be removed until a new team owner is assigned. Assign another owner, then try this again. These messages are very clear, right? So this is how interesting it is to manage owners. Remember, when you come to team here and you come to manage team, you will see the same option up here, right? So you can't come here, get this guy to member, get this guy to member, and then you want to get this last guy to member, right? You get this guy to member, it will not work for you. So the same thing is happening here as well, right? You can't just demote or delete the only owner from the group. Yes, but what if the account is deleted? It's going to replicate to this place, right? That this account is no longer active. So that is how a team can become um, a team without an owner. Okay, so just before we remove Adele, we're coming back here just to make this guy an owner, and then we confirm that he's an owner. Confirming that he is an owner means that we can come here and then we can comfortably remove Adele, and yeah, she's off that game. She's no longer there. So you can check the channels that are present. You can even create channel from here, right? Can create channel to be available in team. Now take for instance, what is that team name? This team is a tax group. So if you come to tax group here in teams and then you look for tax group, I'm not sure I'm going to see it. No, 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 where are you? Okay, perhaps, yeah, that's the reason why this is not showing for mod admin is because mod admin is not a member of that team. So I'm not sure how fast that is going to add mod admin, but we can decide to just quickly add mod admin as a member, mod admin as a member of this team and just apply, yeah, to just load up. So after some time, that is going to show up here for mod admin. So I was trying to show you that inside of a team that you are not even a member. Remember, mod admin had the option to create a channel even though he was never a member of that team. So that's how interesting it is to administer Microsoft Teams. So coming here, for example, you can see the channels that are here. You can decide to just call this one November channel, and then it's just a demo channel. And then coming back here, do you want the channel to be private or standard or shared channel? You can just do private, and then it will ask you to add those people you want to add. Because of that, because there are just two people there, I want to make it a standard channel. Of course, if you don't understand what private or standard channel is all about, you can just drop a comment on the, you can just drop a question on the comment section and I'll be happy to provide an answer for you. So we can click on apply. So that means we've created a standard channel from the admin center here. And if mod admin refreshes and get that tax too, or that tax, I think that name of that team is tax. If he refreshes and has that showing up for him, he will be able to see the November channel showing up there as well. Yeah, tax group is here already. So you can see that November channel is already showing up here. And this November channel was created from the admin center and it is replicating here to the user end, right? So you can also see settings. You can also set your you can also do settings on your team here from the admin center, you have a lot of things that you can try to change. Of course, from here you can decide to change the name. If you click on edit now, you can decide to change the name of the team. You can decide to change the privacy. It's a public team now. You can decide to say, oh, you want to put it a private team from here. This is a very important question. See, a team can be existing as a public team. So what public team is that if you come to join or create a team, just like this that I see here, if you come to join a team, you will see that public team are just here open for you to join. But for private team, you have to either have a code to join, or you are invited or added by the owner of the team. So you can decide to change the privacy of a team by coming here. It's not possible for you to do it from here. That's very good that I announced that. It's not possible that you just come to the end user side and then try to create a team from here. Is not possible. I mean, to change the team from private team to a public team, or from, so it's not possible. So but from here you can decide to say, okay, you want this team now to be private, no longer public team, and then you can even come down here to do messaging permission. This same messaging permission that you can as well do from the other side, edit send message. If you want people to be able to do that, you can try that out on your own. Now, for mod admin to have access to all of this, it needs to be an owner of the team, right? But it doesn't even need to be a member of a team before you can set all of this. You can say, okay, edit sent message, no. Delete sent message, they should not. The team owner can delete sent message. You can even say no, that even team owner that has all the privileges should not be able to delete his message, right? Then you can also say, okay, add an edit channel. If you want the people in the team to be able to create more channels, you can decide to leave it on, or you can turn it off, saying add and edit private channel. Of course, all of this you can decide to delete channel, you can decide to turn that off. Add, edit and remove apps, you can even turn that off so that they cannot even add application. So you can do a lot of things here, right? And then once you save it, it replicates to the team immediately, so that if this is replicated, for example, members of that team, I think it's tax 2, right? Members of that team will be the policy, I mean the settings that is done on that team is going then definitely going to affect the team. So it's tax group, right? So we can just check tax group. Tax group, where is it? Where are you hiding? Yeah, yeah. So here now, I think we have said you should not be able to delete your sent message. So let me just say hello test. Sorry. Hello test, and I cannot do post, right? You don't want to post? Let me see what that's coming up. Please try a message to continue. Oh, sorry. And then I just post, right? And let me see if that option, okay, sending. Let me see if that option to delete is still available. It's not there because the admin has decided that from the team settings up here, he had decided that nobody should be able to delete sent message, right? That is from this permission. So if I come back here, say team owners can delete, I say delete sent messages, and I turn that on and I save it, and I come back to this place, you will be able to delete your sent message now from here. So you can see that the option just came up, right? So if I turn that off, here, right? If I turn that off, if I come back here and I turn this off, you can see that that delete just went off now. Just be watching here. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to come here, and then I'm just going to go down to this place, and I'm going to just turn edit message, no, delete message. I'm just going to, before now, look at it again. It's not there, right? Now let me just apply, and let's quickly come to this place. Have I clicked apply? And let me come to this place. You see delete is showing up. So that is the only time it can give you option to delete your message. So if I turn that off, so that is how powerful it is to maintain here, to manage here. So you can decide, hey, once you send a message, you're not able to delete it, or once you send a message, you're not able to edit it. All of these settings are all present in the Teams setting that we can see. Now, talking about art mention, right? Talking about art mention, you can also decide that, oh, mention team in message, right? Or mention channel in message. You can turn them off. Then guest permission as well. You can decide to set them from here. Guests can add and edit channel. Guests can do this. Then talking about font settings, you can also look at it. If you want stickers and memes, if you want custom memes, of course, you can try those out and see, okay, if you want to add them, you look at them here, right? So it means that if I toggle this off and off here, I've not applied it. If I come back here, I should be able to see all this stuff showing here. So let me just quickly see if that's also going to take very fast effect on the channel. Uh, yeah, it may just take effect now, but if it doesn't, it's just going to take maybe a while, right, for those to replicate. Of course, I've turned them off already, but this is where to turn them off. That's just what I'm trying to show you. Um, when you come to, I think it was fun stuff that we turned off. So let's just verify. Yeah, they are all turned off. So coming back here, let's just refresh here once and let me just see something on the general channel. Okay, so come on, refresh. Okay, so let's just start a new conversation. Yeah, they are still there, right? Because maybe that has not taken effect yet, but that's where to turn it off. Okay, so yeah, you can also come down here, message permission. So whatever setting you want to do, what to do is just to come and click on the pencil icon. The same thing happens to mention, right? Mention, like if you come here, I think you can do at everyone or something. Did I turn that off? Let me just see at. Okay, this person is coming up at Alex, right? At Alex is coming up. So it means that at mention, if I come here and I say I want to turn off mention, right? Mention, I can also turn stuff off from here. So this is where to manage a lot of things, right? That you can do in a team. You can scroll down to see how these are being applied. So that is on team setting. Okay, so you can try out so that is on managed team, actually, not team setting. We've not got into team setting. So that's on managed team. If you go to a team, you just check some stuffs out and see what suits you, so you can actually manage each team to see how you like, or what your requirements are as per a team. So the major take home from these ones is that you can change the privacy of a team, settings to see if users can delete, if they can edit, if they can, all of those things, they can be done here at this. All right. So the next thing I just want us to look at is team settings. So team settings suggest feed can. So team settings actually where you manage like email integration and file storage of all teams in your organization. Yes, there are a lot of things here that you can look at, but there are a lot of places where attention should be focused more on. I'm not sure team setting is one of those places, but you see, teams policy is one of those very strong points that you need to take care of. Now, teams policies are used to control where settings or features are available to users when they are using teams and channels, right? You can use the org-wide default policy and and organize it or create one or more custom policies for those people that are members of a team or a channel within your organization. Now, I just want to introduce you to what is called policy, right? Policy, there is what is called the default policy. It's called org-wide default policy. So this is the policy that Microsoft would bring in for you whenever you create users, right? So what happened? I mean, you create a tenant and you have Microsoft Teams. So what happens is that this policy has a name called global policy. So what you do is you want to say, okay, I don't want my users to be able to create channel at all. This is the whole organization. So any users that are within this policy are not going to be able to create channels. So what it means by creating channel is you come to a team and then you have add, no, not add member actually. You come to a team and then you click on manage channel, for example, and then you come here. I'm not an owner of that team, so I'm not able to do add channel. I'm not even sure the team I'm an owner, but let's see. Manage team, channels. Oh, you see now I can add channel because yeah. So if you check here now, mod admin should be let's see the rule of mod admin here under members. So you can see that mod admin is an owner, so he can add channel to this team, right? But it can be controlled from here, from this policy, that they should not be able to create, they should not be able to add channels. So team owners and members with permission can create private channels for specific group of users in organization. Only people added to the private channels can read or write messages. We know, but if we want to turn that off, it can be turned off. You see, shared channel is um is actually used for collaborating with people outside the organization, just so they are just member of the channel but not members of the team. That is actually used for B2B collaboration. So if you want them to be able to invite guest users to your organization, what I mean is that if you are here, for example, and then you come to this place and then you say add members, and then you are typing an email address of someone outside of your organization. Let's say we are doing admin at pillars concepts dot site. So this person is actually an external user as a guest, right? So if I put it here now, it's going to tell me that I'm adding a guest, right? And I'll click on add and it will send invitation to this guy that somebody is inviting him to Contoso marketing team. Now start typing the name here. We're actually bringing this for us. If I want it to be that, hey, I don't want you to be able to invite an external user to a share, I mean, to, excuse me, I was trying to look at something. Invite external user to shared channel, right? Yeah, to shared channel, you can also block it. Even inviting guests, right? We can see that later from guest settings. I think that's not what I was trying to say. This is about guest channel, actually. Guest, yeah, shared channel, actually. So if you talk about join external shared channel, if you want your people to be able to join shared channel, like this, your users, internal users, to be able to join other people's shared channel, you can leave this on, or you can say no, I only want to allow people to be invited. I don't want my users to be, depend on your security requirement. So you can have that policy for your use, right? So that is how to, and then to know to assign those policies to users, you can click on the policy and then you click on manage policy, and then you can assign to user by searching the user's name, and you apply you apply policy to the user. So that is how that works, right? So looking at the next thing, let me see, add. This is to add new policy. Yeah, I must mention this, it's very important. For example, this is the only policy in your organization. This that actually get hidden here used to be appearing here where you add policy. But yeah, Microsoft is dynamic. You can see that it has come to this place. So now if this is the policy, this means this is the policy in my organization, right? So everyone by default is going to be in this policy, is going to be having this access. Let's say I just want to turn it off for everybody. Don't do anything. And I'm confirming that, yeah, don't do anything. I'm turning it off. Everybody that is in this policy is going to, everybody that is in this policy is going to be having that, all those grayed out for him, right? Now, I don't want to jump, but I need to show you how do you know those users who are in particular policy. Now, let me just quickly show you from here. You go to manage user, for example, and then you want to know the policy, the team's policy that this guy is, right? So what you just do is come to policies. For example, if you're looking for a particular policy that a user is, then you can come down and then we are looking for teams policy, right? Now teams policy is on global, and on global, because we just turned it off over there, everything is turned off for global, right? From what we have, from the global teams policy. Where is it? Teams policy, right? This is where we are. Now everything is turned off here for us, and then coming back to manage user, this user, any user that you are going to select is going to be having it off because that is the policy that is in the whole organization. But when you want to look at something and say, okay, this guy that is doing the IT support, I need him to have access to do other things that are not within, that are within this policy, they are not within his reach. What I mean is that I'm not sure that is a very correct way to express this. For example, you want this user to be able to create private channel. You want him to be able to create shared channel, maybe for every other person in the organization. So what you can do is to come to that same team's policy, and then you click here, and then you click on add. When you click on add, you can now call that, you can give it a name of saying allow create private channel, right? Plus, okay, let's say and shared channel. Okay, so that's created. You can describe it, and then you turn this on. You can turn this on for all of this on for that person, and then what you do is to come to this and you say, okay, you want to give this policy to, you can give it to bulk users, right? But you can give it to one user. Let's say we just want to give that to mod admin. Excuse me. Let's say we just want to give that to mod admin. So this is what we do. Assign, and then we bring mod admin here. And then when mod admin comes, you click on add, you apply. So this point, mod admin is now going to be on custom policy. So custom policies are stronger than default policy. So because this is a policy that you have given to this guy apart from this global policy, then that user is going to be on this policy, not on the global policy. So if we come to manage user and you go to mod admin, you are going to see that the team's policy that is having everything is going to be turned on, and he is going to be the only one that has that turned on because the policy is assigned to only him. So if we just quickly come down to team's policy, and then okay, still showing team's policy, no, this is template policy, team's policy. Yeah, so you can see that it's already bearing is already bearing allow create private channel, right? Plus something, let's stretch it, plus shared channel. That policy that we created, and you can see that everything is turned on for him, right? But if you check any other person, you have everything turned off for him or her. So that is how to use Teams policy. Where is it? Teams policy, right? So this is where to add new policy, and that is what Teams policy can do. So I want to end this recording here, and I'll be looking at Teams template policy in the next video. So if you find this video interesting, I want you to give it a like, and yeah, we can do a lot of things more, but gradually we'll get there. Of course, you can see that the environment is changing already, so you have to always be using it so that you can get used to it. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be on the screen today. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, it is time for you to do that so that you don't miss out of any video. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.